So we were blessed with 150 pounds of potatoes, give or take a little bit. They had already sprouted a little bit, so we're going through, and if the sprouts are too bad, then we are giving them to the pigs, and if not, then we are putting them into a pile like this, and we are going to can those. So let's get canning. Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I am Mama Bear to many. I am mom to 14 children. 12 of my children are still at home. If you've been here before, welcome back. Glad to see you again. And we are going to get going on these potatoes. So these are the 4 bowls that we got done, and we put water in these, and then I'm going to can those tomorrow. That's 150 pounds once we have it already done. I wanted to stop for tonight. I have these going on tonight, so this was all our broth. I have 4 more in here that I'm finishing up, and then these are green beans that we were canning today, so I wanted to wait to do the potatoes for tomorrow. Okay, so I covered them over like this last night, and I'm gonna take these off and then rinse those off and put them in jars. Good morning, guys. Hope y'all are having a good day. This morning that we were doing this, actually, we had the Hurricane Lee coming through our area. I wasn't quite sure how it was going to be, but I have a propane on propane stove, so I don't need to worry about losing electricity. It would have been a little darker in the kitchen, but thankfully we didn't lose power. And of course, true homesteading fashion, we also had a batch of piglets born that morning. So we went out and checked the pigs. So I was running a little bit late when I started this whole project this morning. So I'll include a picture or maybe a video clip or something like that of the piglets. They're so cute. So anyway, so we're doing potatoes this morning. So what I ended up doing, I had been canning the day before, and I had been doing the chicken broth and the green beans. So I ended up taking and peeling and chopping up, with help of my family, a bunch of the 150 pounds of potatoes, and we put those into large bowls. And then I put cold water on top of those and left them overnight. I just didn't have enough time in the day to be able to do that, and I figured that, yeah, it would be fine that we would just do them the following day. So that is what we did. So in the morning time, I covered them over with a towel as well. So in the morning time, I just uncovered those. I did need to take some of the ones on the top got kind of just discolored a little bit. So what I did was I took those little ones on top that weren't completely submerged under the water, and I ended up putting them in a strainer and rinsing those off. Just again, even though they were a little bit discolored, they came out fine. And it's only for our family. I'm not doing this for some like fair show or something. So I ended up taking those, and then I drained off the potatoes, and then I'm raw packing these potatoes into all of the jars. And excuse me. So I'm taking the raw potatoes and just putting them in the jars, not with the liquid that they were sitting in, just raw pack, no liquid at that point. So once I was doing them all in batches, so I would take however many would fit on the counter right there and pack them all in, and then I'd go back and I would fill, as you can see, this like pitcher full of water, and then I would cover them with clean fresh water from our well, and I would just pour that over to the tops of the potatoes. And then once I did that batch up, I would take a cloth and wipe the rims down really good, and then I'd put fresh new lids on, and then the rings, and tighten those down. And then if you can see next to me, I have a table. It's actually a folding table like that you would, get at a hardware store or whatever. It doesn't always stay there. I just put it there when I'm canning big things. So that's down next to me. What I ended up doing was putting some towels down on top of that. So then I was taking the potatoes that are right there that I'm doing, and I'm putting those over onto the other table. And then I'd start a whole new batch of potatoes and just kept working that way throughout the day. So once the canners were done, I have 2 All-American canners. I started off with Presto canners. So if you just want to get started and you can't afford an All-American canner, I highly suggest you just go grab a Presto canner and start off that way. I did that for many years. Although I have to say, I love the All-American canner. One of the biggest things that I love about it is that you don't have to constantly buy new seals, because it's just like metal on metal. There's no seal in between there. And with the Presto, I did have a hard time with always needing to replace seals, but I also can a lot. So I would be able to do 14 at a time. So I would have 8 in each one, 7 in each one. And then I would take those and put them on the counter next to me, which would also have towels on it. I would take those out, put them on the counter, and then take the ones off of the plastic table and put those ones in. So my goal here is just to keep rotating through these jars and keep rotating, put the potatoes in, put the water in, and get all that done, and then put these off to the side. So that was really my goal, was just to get all of these all ready to go inside of the canners. Because once I get to that stage, then I knew like I would be good. I could just keep running the canners. But I was trying to go fairly fast in the morning time because you probably can't see it too well, but the hurricane was going on and like there was a lot of wind and lights were flickering and that type of stuff. So I didn't know if we were going to lose power. And if we were going to lose power, then I wouldn't want to be in the middle of that portion. So I thought I'd take a minute right here real quick while we're doing these potatoes to remind you, if you are doing canning, to make sure that you get your lunch or whatever meals that you're doing on while you're in an area that isn't on top of your stove. This is a great day to use your freezer meals. So I have, I think, chicken in one and then rice in the other. My daughter just put those on, and then we'll eat some canned fruit. So that's what I have so far. There is 7 in each one of those canners, and then I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3 more canner loads, 4 more canner loads, 5. So far I have 5 more canner loads. I'm working with this bucket that's already chopped, putting those in there. That needs to get washed over there. These canning jars here need to get washed. And then over here are our last bit of potatoes. So I'm going to take out just enough to put in the oven for supper for our family, and then the rest of these are going to get diced up. It has been a long night. I have been just doing different things at the counter throughout the day, waiting while all these were cooking. I still have 2 more batches to go. I put a batch in this canner right here. This one's already coming up to temp, so I'll be able to start that. It is 8:30 now. This one I just started. It's going to be a late night. For me, it's going to be a late night. I'll probably go and put the little ones to bed in a couple minutes. But so far, we have canned all of those beauties. You can hear them sizzling and popping. We're getting there. We have these left. I actually made some grape juice today too. I just had boiled down some of the grapes that we had. And we did not lose power this whole hurricane, so yay for that. It's exciting. So I just have, this is 7 for another batch, and this is for another batch there. So this is almost at the 10 there. So we'll be able to start the timer on that. But our first time Mama had some little piglets last night. Look how tiny they are. Look how tiny they are. Good job, Mama. She gave birth to these piglets all by herself last night. Which, usually their first litter, they have a harder time, but good job. So she had 9. How many boys and how many girls? Get up.
Every time I go in there, she's like all aggressive, wanting to fight me. So,
yeah, it's okay.
like and then I went for a shine, and so I was just putting my hand down, and then she like stood up and then started to squish her babies like she was, and then I was like, whatever.
Okay.
I'll just wait.
Yeah.
So,
She's emotional. What happened to me? Because she laid over her side to let them nurse.
yeah, I guess when I first came in, and then when I fed the other pigs and I came in again, she was not nursing, and then she rolled over again.
Okay.
Yeah, and when I came in here, she was on her side, but they weren't nursing. They were just snuggled up. So
Okay.
they must have, like, just finished or something.
Oh, your baby, no fun. Your babies are so cute.
I think there's only 2 ones, the spotted and then the white.
Huddling up, huddling up. So we have a light over here. The light's over here so they can get out through here and go into this lighted area with a smaller hole there, which that one might do in a minute, but they're just wanting to snuggle their mama.